No nonsense gin drinking. All gin and a surprising amount of nonsense. Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today my friends we have a gin on the show where I know literally nothing about it. I know where it come from, I know where it came from, I know it come from. It came from Argentina because it was one of the gifts that the wonderful Dr. Surgeon, another YouTuber who does another gin show who you should definitely check out, I'll put a link to it in the section below. These are one of the ones that he brought over from Argentina for me. So let me, by the way, I've jabbered on a little bit, let me just introduce you to it so you, just in case you know what it is. It is Gina Patagonian Dry Gin. And as I say, that is the extent of my knowledge about it because I've looked on the websites and as you'd expect, most of it is in Argentinian. I can never work out whether it's Argentinian or Argentine, but either way, it's in a language in which Argentine people from Argentina would understand. However, I do not understand it. So I'm kind of going into this one kind of blind, really, to be honest. I mean, I usually like to sort of do a bit of research and sort of find out, do an impression of someone who's organised. But this time, I don't even need to do an impression because I am genuinely. Oh, that's a good sign. The phone cover has gone down, so I think we better go on with the video. So at this point of the show, obviously, I'd usually read something about it from the website, but as I say, it was all in Argentinian. I did try a bit of Google Translate on there, but it didn't really seem to give me anything, even approaching useful. So I guess we just crack on. Let me see if I can sort of pad for a little bit. It's got a purple sticker on the front. I do know it's won lots of different awards from many different places around the world. The lady who conceived it, that's not a very nice way to put it. The lady who started the company off, she has won awards for being the youngest entrepreneur in Argentina, and it has a cork. So, wow, I guess we go straight on to the Argentine cork test. The Argentine cork test. So then, we haven't done this for a while, so let's see if it's got a squeak. Here we go. Oh no, it's what I would call a beautifully smooth, almost well-oiled kind of turny bit there. Never mind, no squeak. We'll go for the full pull. Here we go. Hold on a second. Ooh, not bad. Not the highest level of volume I would usually like in a pull. In fact, it felt slightly loose, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we all know it's just a bit of fun. So then, let's get her in the old glass, shall we? And get the old snitcher in there. So going straight in for a sniff, right, not messing about this. This is a kind of a sort of a wham bam, no messing, no nonsense to tie in with the title of the show. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, let's just get the nose in and give it a sniff, shall we? Here we go. Wow, gin lovers, how do I describe that? Oh, it's like a sort of a massage, a sensual massaging of the nasal cavities, and I'm a really not one of these cheap massages where they go in and just do that on you, which I've never really enjoyed, to be honest. I'm talking about one of the really good ones where they really get into all the muscles, and let's face it, give you a happy ending. Not that I would know anything about that, obviously, but I tell you what, it's kind of, how do I describe it? I haven't even actually described it to you at all, apart from say it's like a massage. It's kind of like a beautiful coming together of citrus and floral, I would say. Nice and sort of thickly tied together with juniper undertones. And oh yeah, it kind of it kind of fizzes a little bit, gives you a little bit of it makes you feel like you almost might want to sneeze, but not quite. You know when you have a sneeze, it's quite a nice feeling, isn't it? That kind of feeling you get just before you're about to have a sneeze, but without the actual messy business of blowing your spittle all over the place and your friends and family. And if you can find a better description of a juniper-based spirit anywhere on YouTube, I will give you 10 English pounds. Right then, let's not fanny about, let's get some tonic in there, and oh my God, I think someone must have shaken up that bottle. It literally blew the top off. Awesome, I like that, it's very exciting. So let's get the old tonic in there. It's quite a decent amount of gin I got in there actually, so I reckon probably about that much. Do we reckon? Yeah, that looks safe to me. Now look at that. Is it? I thought for a second it was looshing a little bit. Let me check the ABV. Hold on a second, get the old glasses on. 43% ABV, so not particularly strong. So I think I might have imagined that looshing. Might have just been some bubbles. So here we go, my friends. As I always say, thank you to my patrons and to my wonderful members who are literally paying for the gin on this show. This is Gina Patagonian Dry Gin. I say to you, quite literally, cheers. Now then, that is quite a journey. It starts off kind of quite light and quite not at all heavy, quite a little bit kind of neutral with it's kind of a little titillation of citrus. Imagine that, a titillation of citrus. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? But disgusting in a kind of a moral way, not an actual physical taste way, because the taste is beautiful, very kind of easy to drink, and then you get a kind of then after you swallow, you get a kind of a more of a depth of citrusy sort of tones. I'm probably going to go for more kind of orangey, I want to say, with a kind of a little sort of just a suggestion of lime in there as well. But then that kind of, as you swallow it down, it gets kind of replaced, superseded with a kind of but still with a sort of a remnants of the citrus, with a kind of a floralness, but a kind of a, how do I describe it? A kind of a beautiful, delicate, light, sweet floralness, not too heavy on the actual flowery side, because no one likes to drink a flowery drink, let's face it. Juniper is in there, but it's not as heavy as it was in the aroma. It's kind of just fleeting sort of around the outside, just sort of a flittering, if you will. That's a good adjective. Adjective. Verb, flittering. It's a doing word, isn't it? It's a verb. It could be an adjective as well. I don't know. Let's not get bogged down in all the, what do you call it? But I think you kind of know what I mean. And altogether, I'd say it's a very much a core gin, okay? Very much a core gin, not doing anything bizarre and strange and weird and wonderful, but it's doing gin very, very good. So then, let's try it neat, shall we? I got a feeling this one's going to have been made for the old G&T, but we'll try it anyway. We never know. Let's put that there so you can see it, get the right around. So going. Yeah, quite harsh, a little bit stingy, little bit more on the sweetness, I would say, but it's kind of a one big lump of sweetness rather than just sort of spread out very nicely into palatable sort of sweetness. It's kind of a thick, viscous, kind of almost bordering on the kind of Old Tom sweetness, but quite sharp, quite obviously a bit more hit of the ABV, but to be honest, that was absolutely way more delightful when combined with the tonic. So then, now we come on to the rather interesting issue of price, because I could barely believe this. I did manage to find the price online, and if I were to order it here in the UK, I don't know if this is right or not, but apparently, according to this website, it's going to cost me, as you know, my sort of what I like to play for gin is about £30, maybe up to 40 if it's a smaller distillery, but around about £40, certainly for the mainstream gins. Now, get a load of this, okay? This one, if this is correct, which it might not be, but I think it is, apparently is £6 English. Say what? I know, I can hardly believe it myself. £6 for a bottle of this. Now, I do know that the Argentinian gins are very cheap compared to our gins here, but good Lord above, that is a cracking price, and I do believe the cheapest gin we've ever had on the show. So that, my friends, is extraordinary. So then guys, to sum up, wow, I really enjoyed that gin. That's an excellent core gin. It's in lines with kind of, I wouldn't say Tanqueray, normal Tanqueray. I would say halfway between Tanqueray and Tanqueray 10, because Tanqueray 10 is obviously extremely special. It's not on that sort of lofty height, but it's certainly somewhere in between, better than a lot of UK mainstream core gins. And when you add together that price, good Lord above, that is something quite exceptional. So I would say, I don't know, I'll be absolutely honest, I don't know where it's available in the world. Apparently it is available here in the UK according to this website, but if you ever see this, have a look at the bottle, have another look at it, go on, have another look, that's it. Have a look at that. If you see this one with rather unassuming exterior of the bottle, let's face it, my friends, especially during this, global cost of living crisis, I don't know if it's around the world as well, but certainly here in the UK, we're struggling to buy anything here, but that, my friends, is an exceptional gin for a truly exceptionally low place. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video today. It's been the first one. I've had a bit of a break recently because me and Narissa are arranging our wedding, and turns out it takes a lot longer and a lot more effort and a lot more money than you actually realise. So apologies for the bit of a break, but if you've enjoyed this video, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, press the like button on the video, and of course if you want to support the show to help pay for the gins, then head over to the Patreon page, or indeed press the join button below this video. But until next time guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe, thank you to all my Patreons and members, and keep drinking the gin.